Hello, everyone. Welcome to the evening session. We are getting ready for the assessments. And we're here to take questions and help those that haven't been able to sign up to be able to do so they can move into the second stage. So Hassan, Usman, Sani, I can see you there. Hello. Gold 24 from Kano State. Lillian Osibeme, good evening. Yahaya Muhammad, good evening. Lillian Osime from Lagos. Yes, we are broadcasting from Ikeja. We are still in Ikeja. Abdul Rashid Dalatu from Plateau State, Wase local government. Rabiu Dauda Baji from Kano State. Sani Ibrahim Bello. Sani is from Kaduna State. Jeremiah Orifa from Abuja. Hassan Yahaya, Kano State. I can see you loud and clear. Muhammad Yahaya Hudu. Hello, Muhammad. Hassan Yahaya, Kano State. I see you. From KB State is Salisu Muhammad Zahradin from KB State. Nice. Muhammad Yahaya Hudu from Nasarawa State. Sani Musa. I can see Kabiru Maigeri Zamani from Bauchi State. Haruna Victor Taraba State. That's Shamsuddin Yao from Kano. I can see all your posts. Muhammad Abubakar Atiku. Muhammad Abubakar is from Gombe State. Namani Lota from Enugu. Suki Africa from Ajokuta Kogi State. And Tijani Bala Adiyeni from Jigawa State. Another Jigawa, yeah, Tijani is from Jigawa State. Ahmed Abdul Fatah from FCT. Wisdom Arena TV from Port Harcourt. Wisdom. Umaru Abdul Malik, Abuja. Aminu Mohammed Tala, Bauchi. Lillian Osibe, thank you. Say happy birthday. Thank you, Lillian. Abar B. Ubajahu from Jahu, Jigawa State. Nice. You bear the name of your locality. That's interesting. Abar B. Ubajahu from Jigawa State. Esther Unique. Hello, Esther from Benin City. How is Benin tonight? Billy Amin, Muhammad Lawal, Nasarawa State. Binan Kinsley from Abuja. Umar Goni, Borno State. Usman Haruna from Kaduna State. And Hassan again. You can see you, Hassan. Chidebere Philip Arinze from Anambra State. Hello and welcome all. So we'll go straight into answering. So this session will be open. We'll just be here as people come in and have issues. They'll share whatever it is and we'll try to help them sort that out. So I'll be keeping an eye on, let me share my entire screen. I think it makes sense for you to just see my screen, even though we are not teaching anything today. So I'll stop this share and share a new one. Share my entire screen. There. Okay, now you can see my entire screen, I guess. So I'm going in right away. Hamza, boss, thank you. Hamza, thank you. So please, on the the webinar on the Zoom chat or the greetings, all easier to manage, all right? If you, yeah, we have the YouTube channel, but on the Zoom webinar, let me have just your questions only. Thank you. So thank you, Hamza Boss, and Buena Elijah from Port Harcourt. Thank you. When will you open assessment? I said already, assessment will be open in the afternoon at about 12 p.m. I said it will open in less than 24 hours. We are still on that. And let me say something about time zone. So we are in West African time, WAT. The fifth world guys are in EST. Let's check the difference between our timing. Let me go. We are seeing my screen anyway, so I'll just pop this up. EST to GMT, right? To GMT. Yeah, let's see what it is. Let's see what our time difference is. So, and right now it's 18:06, which is 19, because we're WAT, West Africa time is GMT +1. So the difference, 18 minus 13, that's 5 hours. Okay, 5 hours. If you bring it to our own, it's 6 hours. So we have 6 hour difference, which means we said the course we end will be archived on January 9th, midnight of January 9th. And midnight of January 9th, EST will be 6 a.m. on 10th. So know that your assessment will be open until 6 a.m. on the 10th, because midnight January 9th in Nigeria, the equivalent in EST, which is the time zone for fifth work, is 6 a.m. the next day. So the course will be on for you to finish your assessment up till January 10th, 6 a.m. in the morning. So we have 6 hour difference with the EST guys, okay? So if you ask me when the assessment will open, it will open in their own time anyway, but like I say, within 24 hours from 12 p.m. So by the time you wake up tomorrow, 6 a.m. tomorrow, most definitely the assignment will be open for you. The assessment will be open for you to attempt them. And you'll be on up until 10th of January, 6 a.m. in the morning. So even if for some reason you couldn't finish on the night, you have all night up till early morning to do your assessment. Okay, thanks, Paul. So good evening, sir. My name is Abba Zairu from Medjugorje. So my question is, how can I link my SendB with GitHub? Okay, so SendB has nothing to do with GitHub. Your GitHub is your repository where you keep your codes. Okay, it's a general platform. Everybody uses Git. If you're into coding, one way or another, you use GitHub to store your codes, your code files. So GitHub and SendB, they don't link to each other. You link SendB to your fifth work. It's only in fifth work you have the field where you're supposed to link your SendB. And what do you link in your SendB? You actually link your address. I said before, let me see if I still have this screen open. Let me close. 1 minute. Not sure. Okay. So this is a screenshot. I can't actually. So if you open your SendB like that, you see here they have received. It won't click now. This is just a screenshot, but when you click receive, okay, it will bring out another screen that has all this kind of a barcode thing. Yes. Under it, you see your address. That long number under it will be your address. Is that address you're supposed to type into your fifth work? Once you do that, fifth work will say it's valid, and that site will get linked. And when you are linked up, as you now do your assessment, you get a reward. I saw already, I don't know how much rewards yet that BSV are giving to everyone, every student involved in this course that's linked up with SendB, but we'll got to find out by the time we start doing our assessment, okay? So whatever the reward is, you will get it as your assessment is done. I hope that answers your question. So GitHub and SendB, no link in place. They are different. Okay. I've answered that. I'm done. Service and done. So let me check out the YouTube channel again. What we have in the YouTube channel. After the ASEC tutorials is starting, after this program, are we going to be employed or are we going to be equipped with the necessary facilities? After this program, you must have get all the necessary skills to start a journey as a blockchain developer. And it's vast. We'll show you the tools. We'll give you the community. We'll bring all of you into the BSV community. So you fend for yourself there. For example, SendB already, no, my 2 cents already told you guys how you can, go for internship is my 2 cents. And like I told him already, we want to give preference to people that pass through this cohort, this course, all right? So it's out there. You might need to still do additional skills, right? You might still need to build more on whatever you learned here to become a full-time developer on that. This is the journey. This is the first step, and you have taken it already. Okay. Husseini Shuaibu said, please, my SendB verification ID password unsuccessful, and I have been trying several times. What should I do? You just have to keep trying, I guess, right? But that doesn't prevent you from getting your earnings. So it's something you can do over time, okay? Just let it be sometimes. You try again after a while. The important is link your SendB account to your fifth work. You will earn. You will earn for learning, right? Nuransi Katsena, since now everyone is going to be accepted, meaning that even if you did not pass the assessment, you are going to move to the next phase, or you are still going to be disqualified. Everybody will move to the next phase, but if you don't pass, I mean, how do you get your certificate? You need to pass to get, so at the end of the course, you need your certificate, you need to pass. So even though everybody's going in, you still need to pass it, okay? So, and like I said, it's easy, it's simple, it's not big deal passing the assessment. So to get your certificate, you need to meet the requirement to be certified, all right? Just passing through, because, well, remember, the basic course we are doing is on the BSV platform. So you need that to have passed all your courses to be able to get certificate at the end of the day. So even though we are taking all of you into the second phase, you still have to pass it. And passing it means you understood what the course is all about, okay? Thank you, Nuransi Katsena. Emmanuel Nzu say, how do I clear codes on VS Code? I hope I understand what you mean. Do you mean how to clear your screen? I guess that is it. If it's how you clear your screen, I can show you. If you mean, let me open up my VS Code. I hope everyone is seeing my, yeah. So for example, here is my VS Code. Here is my terminal. Let me zoom in on, okay. Why is my area so small? Okay, if I want to clear, I'm using Mac. So I will do C. Oh, okay, here is it. So this is my screen. I hope this is what you mean. So you can see it's clogged up right now. I want to clear everything. So if you're using Linux or Mac, you can say clear. Enter. It clears everything. If you're using Windows, I think Windows is CLS. It won't work here. CLS command is not a bash command because I'm using Linux. But in Windows, I know that you have CLS is the equivalent of clear. CLS is the equivalent of clear. So if you're using Windows, type CLS, I guess, I hope, yeah, CLS I know is the Windows command, but I don't know exactly when you have, yes, when you have VS Code installed on Windows, I think natively it will use the Windows command. So for Windows, type CLS, it will clear your screen. Hope that answers your question. Also, in Mac, for example, I will say ls to list all my files. You say ls, all right? So I have only one folder in here. But in Windows, you do dir. So that's the equivalent. So in Windows, the equivalent of ls in Windows is dir. Dir also means show all the files and folders in whatever directory you have. So ls in Mac and Linux, dir in Windows. Again, if you want to change into different, okay, you can see ls file, list my files. Now I have one folder called NITDA Blockchain Scholarship, just one folder. If I want to change into that folder, I'll use the cd command. Cd is the same thing in Windows, it's the same thing in Mac. CD stands for change directory. So CD where I'll type NITDA. In Mac, I hope my tab key it will fill it up for me. I hope it's the same thing in Windows. I'm not sure. So if I say CD into that place, enter. Yes, I'm into that. How will I know? PWD. PWD only works in Mac and Linux, and it means print working directory, right? So that's it here. So let me clear again. Clear. That's how you clear your terminal, whether you're in Windows or you're a Mac. Okay, back to the question. Can an SSCE holder get employed as a blockchain developer? Yes, 100% yes. An SSCE holder that can code, develop blockchain application, super employable, yes. What happens these days is people don't look at your certificates, actually. If I want to hire somebody, all right, the last time we were trying to do, hire a front-end engineer, and I have an intern that works with, works directly under me. He's a computer scientist still in the university from the university in Kaduna, Ahmadu Bello University. So I told him, I said, hey, please get me job requirements. We need to hire a front-end developer. Just look at the regular requirement for front-end, draft something for me, let me edit it. So he went and drafted it. When I saw it, he wrote there a requirement. He said 4 years of, how did he put it? 4 years university education. So when I saw it, I shook my head. I laughed. Well, what I did was I removed the whole 4 years. I don't need the 4 years university education. What I put now was 2 years experience, as a front-end engineer or front-end technician, whatever it is. Because to me, what matters is your profit. What can you do? So I removed that requirement for 4 years and put it 2 years. And when I say 2 years, I know what a 2-year person can do, right? So I know the level. If you've been coding actively in front end for 2 years, I could estimate what you should be able to do. And during the interview, just about trying to find out if they have those skills, they can do those things we need. So if you're an SSCE person and you can code very well, yes, you will get employed. People will sought after you. It's not about the certificate these days. It's about your skill. So if you say you have 7 years experience, no wahala, that's fine. Come and show. We'll give you a work for 7 years, someone that has 7 years experience. If you can't fix it, that's it. I mean, you won't be hired, all right? But someone that's been a dropout from university and you've been coding for 7 years, and we give you something that someone had coded for 7 can do, and you do it, we'll hire you straight away. So that's the shift. That's a shift now. And that's why I keep emphasizing in this course, please don't just try to, it's good thing with everybody's going through anyway because of the numbers we have, but try to understand what you're doing. Try to read more, learn there, because even if you want to do internship, if they say, okay, come do, there are basic things they want you to know, right? You can't go there and you don't even know how to push code in the repository. You don't know how to maintain your code. So these are things you need to learn. So pay more attention in learning the skills rather than the certificate, please. I'll say that over and over again. So SSC students, yes, you can be hired as a blockchain developer if you are good in the field. Thank you. Somebody said, I need link for the state Telegram group. Please post it in the general Telegram group. I have that here already, but I'll post it again. So let me grab the link for the Telegram group. I'll post this here, and I'll also go to general Telegram group now and post it there. So I can close this for now. Get closed. So here is our Telegram group. This one. I copy that. Oops, we didn't get everything. Okay, I copied that. I'll put it right now here. And yeah, it's now on YouTube chat there. And let me go to the general. In fact, I posted that link this morning in the general group. I did. NITDA. NITDA blockchain scholarship. This is it. I can remove this pinned message now. I'll cancel anyway. So here is it. You can see it here. Here's the link to Telegram group for all states. Let me not put so much duplicity. So the link is there on general Telegram group. You can see it when you log in there, but you have it already here. What I will also do, I'll go ahead and post it on the chat. The chat we have on Zoom. Everyone, I'm posting to everyone. And here is the link. So the link is also there. Good. Okay. Please, how do I clone your repository and add up the added files since I've already forked it earlier? So if you have forked it, you have to clone your own. If you have forked it, you have to clone yours, because the whole point of forking is to have it in your own repository. And how do you clone yours? You go to your own, you go to your own account, GitHub account. Let me show you. So let's say I'm here. Let me go to GitHub, github.com. So there are two things. Normally, when you fork a repository, you have your own copy of that. And whatever you do, we just go between yours. It's coming. So one moment, please. I'm waiting. It's coming. So you can see my repository on this side, I have my CLang, Python, Bash, Ansible, Golang, blah, blah, blah. The one we were using here is NITDA Blockchain Scholarship. That's it. It's already here anyway. So I'll just click the NITDA Blockchain Scholarship. Look at it. Hang on, it's coming up. So this is what you have. Here is, so this is how you fork it. You see fork. When you do fork, you will have this in your own, you have this repo in your own account, in your own GitHub account. So when you now go to your own GitHub account, and what you do here, you say, you see here you have code, you open it, you copy this, you see, it clone, see clone here. You copy this. This will be your own GitHub account. And why do you do this? Let me tell you why. Why you do this is, apart from the files I gave you, okay, except you want to have your own different area where you practice other things, good. Yeah. But if you want to build upon this, all right, when you clone this, you now go to your terminal and type git clone. Let me go there. You go to your own terminal now and type git clone. Git clone, you paste the address. In your own case, here you have Callisto Civil, you have some other thing, which is your name. Okay? But if you just want to be updating your files, you know, whenever I put something new, you can update it. You can clone the repository directly. So you might not, even though you forked it, you have it on your distance, okay, but you can still go ahead and say git clone this particular repo. Once you do that, it will clone it to your machine, all right? So when it's cloned there, you now have NITDA Blockchain Scholarship, wherever it is. You now do CD, change into that directly. So next time, if I post any new document, any new material, if I push any new document to GitHub, you can now say git pull, enter. So what git pull will do is to go in, as long as you've not, if you have made changes to the local file you've done before, it will tell you, hey, there are changes you made, all right? Because they will be out of sync. It will allow you to, you know, but for a novice, so if you're already good, you understand what I'm saying, but someone that's not good yet, I advise you, have this repo as it is, but have your own folder where you do your work. Don't tamper with this one. If you tamper with them and maybe if there's a conflict between your own version and the one in the repo, it will give you the option to resolve it before, you know, merging to your repo. All right. So you could just use git pull to be receiving the files. You do a git pull, any new file that's on the repo, you'll get that file. All right. Let me go to the next question. I can see. Okay. Yeah, somebody said if you're finding it hard to use VS Code, you can use Atom. Yeah. My problem is Atom is it's quite bulky. I used it before, way back, about 6 years ago or so. I know I used Atom then, but I have to change into VS Code. I find it more lighter and more flexible. But yes, there are other, it's just where you write your codes, okay? Okay. SendB, you just had someone say, help us with procedure to register for SendB wallet. Many people have done that. I'm sure your peers have done. You could ask them. But then, first of all, you download SendB from Play Store or Google Play, whichever one you're using. When you download, follow the prompts. It's at some point, we send some code to your phone. You put it back. Just when you are done with all these things, that's when you can now link to your SendB to your fifth work. And all you need is your address. Your address is the one you see when you select the receive. Let me show that again. Here, whenever you come into your SendB wallet and you click receive, whatever address you see there, that's the address you're supposed to put into your fifth wall. That's the address you're supposed to put into the fifth wall. All right. And you see that it gets linked up. Okay. Let's greet Mr. in my native Barka de Muhammad Garba Mala is saying in his native language, the Barka da Ko Kiri. Yeah, Barka de Salah. I know Barka de Salah. It's a common word, but this one Barka de Kokiri. Yeah, someone will translate that to me when I visit your states. Thank you. Okay. Okay, let me take some questions from Zoom. Here I have Hamza Boss. He said, "Sir, can I upload other files on GitHub not related to this program?" Yes, please. GitHub is your personal repository. So NITDA blockchain scholarship is just one of the repo that will be, one of the repo in your GitHub. You have other stuff. In fact, I encourage you create your own repo, right? And you know how you can create a repo. So you could do this. Yeah, you clone our own repo, the NITDA repo, but also have your own repo. So your own repo, you could just have, it might not be NITDA blockchain, just create, let's say JavaScript, let's say Golang. When we start scripting on blockchain, when we start scripting, you can create a repo called scripting. All right. So yes, please. You have to create your own repo. Let me show you my repo again. You can say under my repo, if you look here, let me get back to Callistus if we know. So you can say I have many repos. So NITDA blockchain scholarship is just a recent one. So I have Python, I have CLang, I have architecture, I have Bitcoin, I have HTML. You can take a snapshot, So yes, you should have your own repo. So NITDA blockchain scholarship just one thing, you are fucked already. Create your own repos. Okay. All right. I have 84 repositories here, 84. So you can have multiple repos, and it's good. And let me say this, if you're trying to get hired, I would like to check out someone's repo. What kind of work has that person been doing? I would like to check out what kind of work that person has been doing, all right? And when I go to your repo, I'll see your work. So make sure you create your own repo. You have done Golang, have a repo for Golang. You have done JavaScript, have a repo for JavaScript. So as you are adding more, keep having repos for each of them, okay? So you can segregate your work very well. So number 2, can you explain blockchain in related to agriculture and defense security with real reality example in our contemporary world? Okay. In agriculture, for example, there's something we are onto at the moment. It's called agricultural product traceability. So what happens here is we're using IoT. IoT is Internet of Things, right? To get vital data from the farm. So when you want to plant, for example, we need to know what species of plant is that? What species is it? What breed, So all those data goes to the blockchain. Then you plant them. As you plant them, you have IoTs in your farm that gather readings, okay? The temperature, the rainfall, the soil and humidity, because soil humidity is a major factor in plant production, all right? You get the soil humidity. All these data, because you're using IoT, it's not somebody putting manually. it aggregates all these data come up, aggregated, and written to the blockchain, right? So you have a trace. And when you're applying your fertilizer and all those things, you monitor all those nutrients, they are being monitored automatically and being sent to the blockchain. So as you do your harvest, okay? Yes, you do harvest during storage also. What are the conditions of storage, okay? What's the temperature? What's the humidity of your silo? All this data, as much depending on which crop, okay? All these data are being aggregated and stored on the blockchain. So what you now have is that you have traceability. Now, one major problem we have with exporting agricultural produce from Nigeria is they have no way of verifying the conditions under which those plants were propagated. Even we in Nigeria, because we don't know, what's the condition this apple you want to eat, what was the condition it was planted this year, what was the condition they were done. So what this will now do is that you now have, so we have a kind of framework farmers sign up on, and of course we deploy all the technology that will make that to happen. So you have a blockchain-based solution where your exporter, someone in the West, wherever you are trying to export, they could actually go and verify. If you are doing this, you already know what blockchain stands for and why it's necessary, how you cannot falsify the data, and how you can verify it. Of course, if you're done on the public blockchain, all right? Yeah, so you have the apps that will take care of all those stuff. So something like that, that's just one example. And you can also take it, not just in agriculture, in normal supply chain management. You into goods supply, all right? Goods leave, under what condition are they coming in? When did they enter the country? When did they pass the border? So you can have a clear history of what happens. So that's one example. Same thing in the military, military hardware, you could trace everything, as they move from one place to the other, all those data get everything to the blockchain. So at every point in time, you can go back to the record, you cannot falsify it, all right? So yeah, the application, and again, one thing with blockchain is you could be trying to solve it. So anywhere there's a trust issue, you have problem of trust, bring in blockchain, blockchain will remove that for you. Doubt, you're not sure. Anywhere there, and having trust is a very important thing. It may be in that operation. Bring in blockchain, replace it there, and they solve the problem for you. Number 3, from Hansa Boss, apart from Fitwork, can you recommend other remote jobs that will make someone earn on SendB? Please, SendB is just a wallet. I keep saying this. SendB is a company, it's just a wallet. We're only using them to earn because BSV are paying you to earn, to learn. So BSV is actually paying everyone here to learn. That's if you want to be paid anyway. So BSV say if you want to be paid, use SendB. And why SendB? Well, SendB is one of the applications in the BSV ecosystem. Yes, they want to promote their own application in their ecosystem. So SendB is just a company like any other company, but it's on the BSV ecosystem, and BSV is promoting it as one of their products, yeah? And that's why they are paying. So this payment is coming from BSV, please. All right, so there's nothing like anywhere you go, people are paying you to get things done. No, I mean, to my knowledge though. So let's separate that, understand what they are. SendB is an application, it's a wallet. Now BSV said, okay, if you are doing this course, you can actually earn. But to earn, you have to use SendB. You can only send it to a SendB wallet. You get that flow now? All right. So, sir, when is Fitwork on lurking assessments? I've answered this in a dozen times. Hopefully, by the time you wake up tomorrow, assessment should be unlocked. Thank you. Sir, can you create file and folder on VS Code? Yes, you can create file and folder on VS Code. VS Code is even easy. It's like if you use the Explorer before, in Explorer, you can create file and folder. BSV has an Explorer that does the same thing. Let me show you. So let's go back here. So see, Explorer, you can see here it's called Explorer. To create a folder, you use this one, this plus sign. You see new folder. you have to know where you are. Now I'm inside, if I create a job inside here, so you have to know where exactly you are at. So navigating through files is one common skill we expect you to have, please. So there's Explorer here, you can create directory, you can create file. You go into the directory after you create the file you want, okay? So VS Code has those. For someone like me, I don't go to Explorer, I just use the command. Make mkdir creates a dir for me. Touch this creates a file for me. So I use command to do all those things. It's faster, it's easier, and I don't have to leave what I'm typing. Everything will happen in my terminal. Okay. Answer that. Done. Sir, when is fifth one unlocked? I won't answer that again. Done. Sir, can you create file and folder? Okay, I just answered that. So let me keep removing them. How can I register on Dominion Portal? So what happened is that there's no need anymore for you to register on Dominion Portal, in this pre-course, because if we are supposed to do assessment on JavaScript and Golang, all right, you won't have need to register on Dominion Portal. So what we'll do now, we'll now have this phase that's coming now. We are sure of the people, start at something thousand. We'll now have all of you come back. We'll now set you all on DSV Portal, no, Dominion Portal. And the reason is this, when this course ends, access and everything to the fifth work, ends. So in the Dominion Portal, we want to have alumni. We want to create an alumni pool in the Dominion Portal. So that's why you have to register when we make that available. So everyone that passes through this will be part of alumni. It's over that place we can post different opportunities. We just want to create that community. So yes, you will be registering on the bed. For now, you are only required to be in the fifth work portal to keep going on. All right. So once we move into the second phase, we will open up Dominion Portal for everyone in this program to register. We won't be dealing with the whole 93,000 stuff, friends, struggling to send email to everyone. 30-something thousand will be more manageable for us, and you all will be able to register on Dominion Portal. Yes, and when you graduate, we'll make your status turn you into an alumni, and as alumni, you have access to other stuff, and they're all for free. Just be part of the community. Done. Okay. Someone talking about in the calculations area of the study, it said, if you have 40% hash power, oops, did I lose that? When will we have physical meetup? Physical meetup starts from the second phase. So as soon as we are done with this, we will now, your mentors are doing great already. All of you know already. In different stages, we'll be talking about your meetup, the venues. Once we are off this, we'll coordinate with all the mentors, aggregate all the meetup you people have agreed to use and list that up in the terminal. And we'll list that up in the portal. This will be on Dominion Portal itself, right? So yeah, there will be meetups. It's very, very important. We know it's important. That's why we created that. And the good thing is, even your government officials are getting involved. Please let me tell you, all the mentors, if you're having issue with venue in your state, approach your state government. If you are a learner and you have access to people in your government, okay, approach them to help you guys sort out venue for meetups. I mean, every state should be proud that their people on their states, all right, are part of this program. Like Zamfara State already, someone from their Zamfara Technology Depreciation Authority, like that, is offering space. So I'm trying to give that so if you have access to people in government in your state, This is a federal government project. Everybody knows about it, right? The minister, Issa Pantani, I mean, yeah, you know, so everybody knows about this project going on. So you can get help from your state governments to help you out with venues, all right? So once we are done, we collect all these venues and share with everyone, and then we'll start your meetups. Thank you. Someone said, Barkado Kokari in Hausa means well done or bravo. Oh, thank you. Abdul Rahman, Idris. Now I see. Thanks. Thank you very much. Hello, let's start having physical meetup. Yes, yes, yes. We are going to second phase. Second phase, physical meetup start. Yes, I'm warming up too. I'll be visiting different states during the meetups. I might come to your state also, okay? We are looking forward to the meetup. Not just me, NITDA officials, they will be coming to your state. They want to see how you organize. So please, it has to be solid. Mentors, make sure your center is solid, okay? You might win some awards. Your state might win some award for, you know, for good organization. So it's a challenge. Now, this is a community-driven event we are doing. And one thing about community, put in your best. I mean, nobody's waiting for reward. You just put in your best. As you're serving the community, they take notice. So put in your best. Even if you're not a mentor and you have access, please approach your mentor. Tell him we can do A, B, C. Of course, they will listen, okay? So NITDA officials, they will be visiting different states during meetups to see how your state is organized and what you people are doing. And this will go back into their reports. So I'm just telling you guys now. So different people will show up in your meetup. You might not even know they are coming, right? Okay. So please, sir, how did you confirm transaction live on blockchain with transaction hash? Yes, if you do a transaction, just get the hash of that transaction. Then you go to the blockchain explorer, put that hash there to show you all the details. So if somebody sends something to you, say, I've sent it, just ask what, give me the hash. If you give you the hash, you go to Explorer, just paste the hash there. If you pull up that transaction for you and show you what time, what they have. Okay. Let's say, let me go to Blockchain Explorer, for example. I think I have one opened already. Yes. We have this Blockchain Explorer. Okay, there we go. So let me say a transaction happened, let's say 1 hour ago, for instance. Okay, look at this blockchain. Let me see when this blockchain happened. Distance, 1 day. So this blockchain happened 1 day, 30 minutes ago. So there's a transaction somebody sent, and he sent it 1 day, 30 minutes ago, right? And he gives you the hash. Let's assume the hash is this one here, transaction ID. That's a transaction, because inside the blockchain, inside a block, you have transactions. Each transaction has a hash. So let me copy this hash, transaction number 4, TX4. Copy. I've copied TX4. So let me just say here. Now see here, it's search blockchain transaction. Okay, you see, search blockchain transaction addresses blocks. You can even search search an address. So, but now I want to search a transaction. So I come here, I paste that transaction I got. This is the hash. Now I hit the search button. Search. Let's see. So this time there's one blockchain with the results. Yes. Let me say what happened. This blockchain explorer explores all the regular blockchain. It does Ethereum, it does Bitcoin. Okay. So under it saw this transaction in the BTC blockchain, the Bitcoin blockchain. So we open it. Here is the transaction. I'm opening it now. So here is it. So the amount is about 6,000 USD, you see, and the fee is about $4, less than $4. No, sorry, 4.7, less than $5. That's the fee, 28 Satoshis, 28,400 Satoshis. So it's about $4. That's the fee for this. So it was sent from this address to, it has two outputs. Remember what two output means? It means, let's look at the output. Look at this, the sender, his address, his or her address stop as R67. So let's come here. The first one is BWK. So this is a different address. And we have R67, which means they change. Remember, if you do this, you must consume the whole of this, then produce output. It had two output. One pays the person, one returns change to himself. So actually, you see, he pays 300 and something USD to this person and returns 6,000 plus to himself, his or herself. You see, that's how it works. So just pulling a hash, come into the Explorer, paste it there. The same thing with address. If you have someone's address, just place it there. You'll see all the transactions that happened in that address from the moment that person did the first one. Everything will be there. Everything, all the things he received, all the things that was sent out. The only thing is that you see hash. You don't know who that person is. But if you happen to know who that person is, it's something as knowing everything the person has done for that address. You see why it's easy to trace in blockchain. You know, people say, blockchain, you don't know, no. Anything you do here is open, and is open to the view. The only thing is that you are seeing hashes. You don't know who is behind the hash, but if you happen to know who is behind the hash, you know everything about the history of that person's transaction. The blockchain is open to scrutiny. It's a public, it's a public blockchain, the Bitcoin in particular. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Go back to YouTube. Okay. Please, why not have a physical meetup? Yes, we are having physical meetup in stage 2. Okay, we know that already. Please, how can we apply blockchain tech in our electoral process? Yes, you can do voting in the blockchain. This is the most honest, the most open way to do an election, because once you vote, everybody, you can only vote once. Remember, you have your you have your unique ID, all right? And once you vote, it's recorded. Anybody can verify. There's nothing like you know. So the safest way is the easiest way. So what happens? Well, 30,000 Nigerians are studying blockchain now. Let's say in the future, we'll have 300,000 Nigerians that have studied blockchain. Imagine when those 300,000, they are now in the ministries, they are now in the departments, they are now in House of Assembly. They are the one making laws, all right? Remember, in election are usually backed by law. So whatever you have to do has to be backed by the law. So it has to go back to the National Assembly that make law to allow such innovation, I guess, I'm assuming. So by the time we have all of you getting into those positions, right? Hopefully we'll start having blockchain-based. It's very simple to deploy. In fact, anybody that passed through this course, you can deploy a voting app. It's quite easy, very, very simple to do, right? So, but you have the other part where you need to regulation to back it up. You need, you know, the other things you have to consider, you know. So when that happens, I hope someday we'll transition to that. Thank you. So please, if preventive, oh, this thing keeps jumping up. Okay, I see something about this hash power. All right. In the calculations area of the study, it said if you have 40% hash power and you are 89 blocks away, then you have 0.1% chance of catching up the lead. It's 40% hash power. It's 40%. No, it's just telling you, just trying to make. This is an assumption, all right? So 40% has, you know, the majority has hash power, you're talking about 100%. And in a system, you need at least 51%. For you to be able to take over anything, you need to have 51%. Because remember what happens in the blockchain. Whenever there's issue, is the majority that makes the decision. Okay, so that's why the longest block is the one that they built upon. All right, so you need at least 51% to be able to. So when you have 40%, you are still, what is trying to say, you are still 0.1 blocks away from catching up to the lead. So 40% is not the entire hash power. When you say 40%, you are talking 40% of the entire power, which is 100%. You're just trying to put where 40% is in the whole system. All right. So the entire hash power is 100% of whatever of the total CPUs that have happened. So if you check all the blocks, how many blocks do we have now? Let's look at this. Let's see how many blocks we have now. So I want to go back to let's just go back to the Explorer and see how many blocks away we are right now. Okay. Explorer. Here's our latest block. The latest block was mined by Antpool. Antpool is a mining company. It's a pool. Lots of people contribute their resources. That's what Antpool is. So we have 770,693 blocks. Remember, for each block, you need the CPU power to mine each block. Now imagine the amassing the whole 770,693 hash powers that have come together, not hash powers actually, but imagine the hash powers involved in setting up 770,000 blocks. Come on, it's insane, quite insane. And of course, this system knows that technology will improve, things will become faster, all right? Like I said before, many years ago, you can mine with your phone, but now you cannot mine with your phone. Many years ago, you can mine with your laptop. Now, if you're using your laptop, you might just be wasting your resources and time. It keeps changing. Now we're talking about quantum computing. Remember, imagine what happens when quantum computing comes on, and you can actually crack this thing in and that means the system will adjust again, make it more harder. So at that point, maybe people will start using quantum-related machine to do their mining. So it knows that technology will advance, and it may provision to handle all these things when they happen. But it's enormous. So whenever you go 6 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, if you check any transaction, you see the number of confirmation it has. Number of confirmation is telling you how many blocks have confirmed that transaction. Let me pick one transaction. Look at latest transactions here. They haven't been confirmed. These ones are not confirmed yet, so we can't do anything with it, actually, right? These ones have never been confirmed. They're the latest conversion. So, but that gives you an idea. All right. Please, how can blockchain tech applied in building technology? Yes, you can apply blockchain in building technology. So what happens now is we'll be having building collapse, right? And when a building collapse, people start trading blame. Oh, is the contractor? No, is the engineer? No, is the, all kinds of blames. So what happened is this: in building now, so you're having smart devices, IoTs you install. It will calculate the vibrations, the humidity, because even the decking. I get to learn this from Maximilian, because Max is a civil engineer, and he's been doing stuff on this already. So from the work he's doing already, so they have this thing they install. And I'm not a building engineer anyway, but yes, they have this IoT devices they install. So if you measure all those readings, the humidity in the concrete, I learned is very important on how the performance of the concrete is. All right. So the vibration that happens. So all these things, you gather all of that stored in the blockchain. So if eventually it happens, it could be due to some seismic forces that happen. So trading of blame will not be there. Engineer will say, okay, look at the records from the blockchain. You can see the data is not falsified. That's one. Then the other one is majorly for architects, and they are hitting a gold mine in the metaverse. All the buildings in the metaverse, you have to put up your building. So all the actual designs, you can sell them as NFTs, okay? You can model smart cities. You can model alternate cities. For example, in Singapore, they have a what they call twin cities. So you have an existing city. Let's say Lekki in Nigeria, for example. You can model out Lekki again. Okay, you can do that because you're an architect, right? And you apply so many things, variation, lightning, okay, help the government, the local authority to manage population. If people increase, so how does it affect the whole city? Stuff like that are going on. So you can Google digital twin cities. It's a word, digital twin cities. Google it. It's more about architecture in the blockchain. So yeah, there are a lot going on there in the metaverse for architects and also for people in building. Oh, somebody said, I meant a single node to have 40% combined of all the nodes. Well, when we're talking about nodes, not necessarily a single node, because remember, for you to even mount something like this, you can have, let's say you control, you control not just one node, but thousands, or let's say we have 5,000 nodes, and you have, out of that 5,000, only you has like, I don't know, let's say 2,000 nodes. So you are looking at it as a continuum like that, all right? So only you have 2,000 nodes, so you can control 2,000 nodes, all right? So I think that's what we're talking about. And again, if you think in that, these are, when you design solutions, like you have to think about eventualities. Okay, is it possible that one machine can have 40% power? I don't know the capacity of quantum computing yet, but it will come. And when it comes, the only thing is that it can't be only you anyway. Everybody will go into quantum computing. So only you cannot control all that. So again, you are looking at hypothetical situation. You have to, like, if you finish your design, you do software, you want to stress test, put it under stress test. What will actually use it? How would it behave? Think about Jam, for example. You go to Jam website now, nothing happened. You go in and come out. But once it's Jam time to do Jam, to check results, you try to enter Jam's website and it's taking forever, right? Something like that. If they plan it very well, it will be elastic, it will scale. See what's going on. Because we are starting assessment, fifth work, they are scaling their infrastructure to be able to handle the sort that will come. Something like that. So they'll have to scale it up. So that when everybody starts doing the assessment, all of you will hit it. Not, although some will do today, some will do the next day, some will do afternoon here, but notwithstanding, there'll be serious traffic. So they have to scale their infrastructure to be able to handle such traffic. So yeah, you make room for scenario. What if one person does this? What will have happened? How will the system behave? So this is a normal thing that happens in science. In science, you have to prove up everything. You don't just say, give the word for it. Okay, what if this happens? It's possible theoretically. So what will happen? So I think, yeah, that's it. Sir, please post the link for evening class in general Telegram group. We could have to, I don't understand. Post the link for this evening class in general Telegram group so we could have the link for Zoom. It's there already. I mean, if a general group is there, all right? But let me still share it for you guys. If you go to the Telegram group, let me go back there. Look, you see YouTube link and web Zoom. So it's there. Please go back there. I don't need to just go back there. You see it. You see it was shared by Harrison. It was shared by Harrison today. And you have the YouTube link. That's where you guys are. And you have the Zoom link there. That's where if you want to come into Zoom, you can come in there too. All right. Someone said, what is the effect of my 2 cents to our program? Nothing, actually. We introduced my 2 cents as a model for you guys. So my 2 cents is a project in the BSV ecosystem, right? And Max is a seasoned educator. So I said, okay, Max, you're going to be part of this program. And also we are trying to make room for our, for graduates of this program to go into some of the companies in BSV ecosystem. So it only makes sense that we'll have to interact with them at this stage. All right. So number one, my 2 cents is innovative. It's a social media platform that allows you to earn as you use it. You know, all those pictures you used to, all those likes people put for you, as they're doing it, you're actually earning from it. So it's a new model. Study it, look at it. How can you replicate something like that? It's a very good model. So it's a great opportunity that we have this. You guys are even interacting with that, right? But in terms of the program, no. Okay. Yeah. It just increases the depth of it. And we have the opportunity also for some of you with my 2 cents. I can imagine if my 2 cents blows up and goes so big. Come on. You guys, anyway. So how do we verify if a block doesn't contain UTXO and doesn't that are valid using SHA-256? So the blockchain has record of every single UTXOs, unspent UTXOs. It maps or it tracks all of them. All right. So, and this is stored using the Merkle tree. Merkle tree is a very nice data structure that allows you to verify things. You know, it's based on the binary tree model. It's very fast, and you might not necessarily have to go through all the nodes to be able to say, you know, you can look at different hashes and say, okay, this is in there. So what was the question again? How do we verify if a block doesn't contain a UTXO? So valid. So that's it. Because you have a map. If you have a node, for example, if you're running a node, that your node has every single UTXO. If it's a full node, okay? So verification is simple. The same way you can write a simple program to verify if something exists. It's the same way, right? Like I told you before, I have a program that I can use to check if people are saying, hey, I signed up, I couldn't do this. First thing I want to check is their name in the database. What I do, I have a simple Python script. I'll just go in there, put the email address, run that program. It tell me, I call it is a student. It's a function, it's student. So if it's student, it say yes. If it's not a student, it say false, true or false. So it's quite simple to do, actually. It's not a big deal to verify. And remember, verification is quite simple in everything, in hash, because you already know the endpoint. You just want to confirm, is it? Where the problem is making that, for us, mining, the problem is in mining, it takes time to mine. But once you mine it, anybody can verify it. You don't even need sophisticated algorithm to verify. How can I complete my assignments? Your assignment, you can complete it when they get opened, okay? They are not unlocked yet. Seda Muhammad, assignment has not been unlocked. When it unlocks, you will complete it, okay? So hopefully by tomorrow morning, you should be able to start your assignment. And it will be open up until 10th January, 6 a.m. because they will close it at 12 midnight of January, 12 midnight January. But because they are using EST time zone, if you convert it to us, you know, we are far away from them. So by our own 6 a.m., that's their own 12 midnight. So you have access to that assignment up until 12 midnight, no, up until 6 a.m. on the 10th of January, yes. So anything about assignment, just wait. Assessment, they haven't been unlocked, please. Okay. More explanation on double spend transaction. Let me see other questions first. If we don't have more, I can come back to the double spend transaction. The Bitcoin Explorer, you don't need to download it. It's there. Just go to blockchain.com. You see the Explorer is free. You just go and use it. But yes, you can run your own node. Like if you're running your node, you don't need to go to Explorer because Explorer has to go explore the blockchain. Your node is part of the blockchain, so you can check anything by yourself using commands. I showed you guys my node yesterday, and we're able to grab a block, and we saw the transaction in that block. There are tons of things you can do. So as within this course, I will have a course where I will teach you how to set up a node. So when that comes, you should be able to set up your own node. Thank you. In previous class, I talked about how to initiate command in terminal. But yes, I'll do that. I think I'll do that course. I'll do that. It will not be real time. I'll do it offline, then post it to private channel. So what I think I'll do, I'll compare. I have Linux commands. I'll have Windows. I'll take them side by side. So for the ls command, I'll teach it in Linux. Teach you how you do it. So it means I'll have to run. I have to run a virtual machine on my laptop and install Windows in it, so that I will actually practice it in Windows environment, right? So I'll set that up, start up that environment. When I run it, I'll share the link with you guys. Hopefully this is weekend, and after today, we are not interacting until Monday. So it's my birthday. Come on, today. I've not even gone out yet. So I wouldn't know, I might be busy tomorrow, but let me see how it happens. I'll try to do it as soon as I can, yeah? Thank you. Okay. Assuming you want to check a transaction on a particular node or trace it through MakerTree and you want to use codes, how do you run it in your terminal or VS Code? It's beyond the pay, it's beyond this class. Right now, it will be gibberish to you guys, right? But there are, yes, you can do that. You can use some element of data science on that. You can actually do that from your node. Hopefully, when we start, I'll take note of things like this. When we go to install teach you how to run the nodes, the Bitcoin nodes, we could run some of these things on it. Let me copy this question and paste on my. Let me copy this. Control C. Put it somewhere on my notes. My notes. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, Q&A. I think I have Q&A already, yeah? So I paste it there. Okay, so paste that. I'll take note of this. When we do the, when we install the Bitcoin node, we can practice that. Someone said, please, if peradventure venue is not available in Suleja, but Mina or Stamito, whereas Suleja in Niger State is closer to Abuja than Mina. Can I join? Yeah, please. You can join any meetup, even if you're traveling, because you might not be in the city all through for the entire program. So even if you travel to Enugu, for example, please join the Enugu people in their meetup. Yes, you are one big family across Nigeria. All right. Somebody said, I would like to see how to run the command while checking if someone's signed up or not. Okay, it's a very simple script. So let me show you. I think I did that in Python. 1 minute. But I'll have to cover up. I don't know, how do I will need to, okay, when it comes, I'll quickly change that to, because I did a check today already, and it is someone's email address. I'm not sure if I still have that on there. So I'll have to quickly change that. So where's my, here's my Python. And I have NITDA find students, yes. Okay, let me zoom this up more. A lot of things are taking space here. Let me move this out of the way. minimize that and open this up a bit. Then I close this Explorer window, so you have more space. And yeah, so, okay. So look at this. It's a simple Python script. Import CSV. You already know what import is, okay? So it's bringing this module. And why am I bringing this module? I'm using here with open. I have csv.reader. So what happens is, so it's a function. It takes two things. It takes the person's email and the file I want to check. That's it. It takes the email, it takes the file. So I have this variable called student. I made it false initially. So it's false. Student is false. You don't exist. That's the initial value. So I now open up the file. If you want to read a file in Python, it's a straightforward. Say with open the file in read mode. Open it as main. So I create a variable called record. And this record, what does it do? It does csv.reader. So CSV has a function called reader. If you call it, it will read any document you have line by line. Remember, in the list, we have everybody line by line. You know, we have different rows. Each row is a record. And I know how they are. The first in the record, the first field is the email address. Second field is the first name. Third one is but I'm interested in the email address. So I know the email address is the first field, which is 0, index 0. Remember, the first index is index 0, right? So I now say for line in record. So in this record, for every line in this record, this line I can say for person, for student, it doesn't matter. The important thing is I'm trying to use line to do some manipulation here. So in this record, okay, for every line in this record, if line 0, if for each line, if the first index here is equal to, this equal sign means equivalent, not an assignment. If is equal to email, remember, you've supplied email here. So if we go through all the line one by one, if any line contains this email, what will happen? Student is equal to true, then break. So if you find it, don't continue, just jump out of it. And what do you do? Print student. What am I supposed to? I say student is either false here. So if it doesn't find anybody, student will be false. It will print false. But if it finds it, it will print true. So I already ran one. I call the function. I have somebody's active email address. I won't want to share it here now. So I'll just run this program and see. Let me navigate. See where I am. I am under NITDA blockchain scholarship. That's not where I need to be. So I want to exit. cd ... I'm going back one level above. cd ... I'm on the example. I'll do another cd ... That's not where I want to be. I want to come out of this. Another cd ... Now I'm in my home directory. I know where this file is. So I'll just go there. cd programming. That's where I put it. Yeah, programming Python. Yes, that's where it is. Enter. So right now I'm inside the folder where I have this file. So I can now give the command. So those of you running your Go program, you have to be in the folder you have your file before you run the command. If you ever run a command, you cannot find the file, you are not in that folder, or you mistype the file name, two things. So the name of this file is NITDA findstudent.py. So if I run Python, I tell it I'm trying to use Python to run this. Python NITDA _ findstudent.py. Here is it. Enter. I wait. True. So when that guy told me today, I just ran this and he said true. And I said, yes, you are a student. You are in our database. Okay, let's forward your name to Facebook and see what happens. Okay. Assuming the person is not there, it won't have changed to true. I'll have false. So it's quite a very simple script. So to run it, we just call a student. Or you now call, this is what I will now call. I'll say a student. I'll now give it the email of the person. It's a string. Put it in double quotes. It's the email. Then give it a file to search. That file already is in the same place. It's in this folder. So it knows where to find it. I'll put the file name and the email. So once you give these two properties there, these two parameters rather, it will tell you whether it's true or false. So the function I created is called is student. It give you false or true. So quite simple. You can do that with Golang. You can do that with JavaScript. Okay. Come back out here. Can you do a revision of JavaScript and Golang? I doubt. Because the next thing says true, we are going to higher things. All right. So those ones you'll be practicing on your own. And what I just did was give you general introduction. I didn't even go deep in JavaScript. I just treated the basic things you should know. How do you loop? How do you use a for loop? How do you search through things? How do you do condition? These are things you have to know in every programming language. We saw how to do them. So when you start working, anything you want to do, just go back and study it, and you will know. One thing I think I will do is I'll do JavaScript function, but not live. In addition to the scripting, bash commands and Windows command, I will do something on JavaScript function and also post it. People can go there and get to know this. Okay. Okay. Someone said, Sadiku Muhammad Awar. I missed the step of Golang, as you say, on JavaScript by right-click and select inspect. Okay, now, Awar Sadiku Muhammad, you don't use for Golang, you don't run Golang on the browser, please. It's only JavaScript you run on the browser. Golang, when you install Go, you now use Go run whatever. So you use the Go command to run. It doesn't run on the browser. It's only JavaScript that I say right-click, go to inspect, and see the console. So let me go to our JavaScript. Let's see. One of the JavaScript we did before. So let me come up here. Okay, I collapsed this. NITDA blockchain, here is it. And under NITDA blockchain, we have JavaScript. Here is JavaScript. Selection, yeah, I think we did a lot of selection. Selection.html. Let's wait and see. We won't be needing a terminal, so let me close the terminal for this. So we'll have space. It's scattered. Yeah. Okay, we are fine. Wow. Where is our scripts? Let me call up another one. Let's call function.html. Oh, no, it's fine now. Wait a minute, it comes out fine. Okay, let me come back to the selection. I know we did a lot from that, or on that rather. Here is it. So let me connect the dots for you. Now, this is a HTML page, but inside HTML, you are running scripts. It's a HTML page, but inside HTML, we are running scripts. And how do you know? We put them under script, and it's JavaScript, all right? And here we are looping, use loop to print string, blah, blah, blah. So for this to happen, blah, blah, blah. So you write all your codes here. But to test it, this is selection.html. To test it, you have to go to your browser. I said it, and test it from your browser. So I can do two things. I can right-click here from inside. Let me see if we have that option. Yeah, open with. Okay, let me use this. This is another shortcut. I want to open it with Chrome, Google Chrome. So I say open with, right? I hit open with. It will bring up my options for me. So one thing, I can just go to open Google Chrome, file open, open with. It's not even showing me Google Chrome. So I will escape from here. So quite simple. Now, this is my code. You already finished your code. It's running, or you want to test it anyway. So I'll now come here and say, here is Google Chrome. So file, open. open file. You have to know where your file is. If it's in your desktop, in a folder on your desktop, you go to your desktop, you navigate to that folder and you bring it up. I know where this file is, okay? So I'm going to go there now. So what do I want to open? It's in my home page. It's under, for me, I know where it is. I have NITDA blockchain scholarship, yes. And I have JavaScript. Yeah, JavaScript. Then I have selection. Look at it. So I'm doing this from not from VS Code now. All right. VS Code is where you write your code. For the JavaScript part, I'm testing it using the Google Chrome. So from Google Chrome, I'm trying to open that file. I'll hit open. Let's see. Taking time. Here is it. So it comes up. Now I right click anywhere and select inspect. See inspect. I don't know what it is in your Windows machine, but whatever it is, if you don't want, you can go to developer tools. I can come here. Let me see, under file, under view, you have developer. Under developer, you see JavaScript console. I can do that, or I could just right click anywhere that's not a link, say inspect. If we open up the debug, yeah, here it is. I'll now say console. See, elements open by default. That's not where you want to be. You have to open, you now go to console. That's what you need, your console. Oh, so you can say our program has run already. I'm really hungry for this, blah, 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 blah. So you go back to your VS Code, you do whatever change you want to test out something, you change certain thing. When you finish, you save it, you come back here and you say refresh. And once you refresh, it will run again. You get that. So you don't, Golang is different. In Golang, you give your Go command from the terminal in your code editor, not in the browser. So separate the two. I encourage you to talk more with your peers. There are people that understand this 101%, and they are in your Telegram group. Please talk to them. We've encouraged everybody, if you have skill, help people out. By helping out people, you learn more, and you're also putting yourself forward as a leader within, the system. All right. So guys, today is my birthday. I'm supposed to go out, hang out with some friends. They are waiting for me. I'm still here on my machine. So I'll be here 2 more minutes, and then we'll call it a day. And any information we need to pass, we'll pass it through the Telegram group. Your mentors are doing it. Once you put anything on the general channel, they all broadcast it on your local channels, right? And mentors, please try to open up your group so that people can interact. It's very important at this stage now. We need more interaction. If somebody is spamming the place, you can just restrict that person that is spamming that place. But if you get overwhelming, yes, you can lock up again. I mean, just manage your group the way best, but see if you can have more opportunity, give more opportunity for people to interact with each other, please. Okay. So let me just take a look at this. Q&A, I have up to 17 already. I'll just rush through this. Please, I need your GitHub. I've shared this link 1,001 times. What am I supposed to? Okay, let me just type it here again. So https github.com slash list iPhone /. NITDA blockchain scholarship. Send. So I've lost power already. So we've lost power here. It's time to go. Even though my internet is on, but I've lost power. Although you are seeing my screen, so I'll be leaving in a bit. Okay. Blockchain in finance, super great. You have decentralized finance, a DeFi. There are tons of applications for finance. We'll get to talk about them in due as the course go on. Can I get product questions on the past? They are very simple questions. Don't worry about them. Does the assessment consist of JavaScript? No, only Bitcoin to no JavaScript, no Golang, okay? I'm having issue with terminal and VS Code. Ask your peers, go to your Telegram channel, ask them about question on that. Thank you, Hamza boss. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, and we'll talk to you in the Telegram group again. And if there's need for us to come live, we will do that without hesitation, okay? So see you guys. Bye-bye.